It's a once-in-a-lifetime event for our community.
The NFL selects Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And no one is getting you ready for the draft like Local 5. It's Titletown's turn. Presented by Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
Hello, and welcome to your home for complete draft coverage, featuring exclusive reports you won't find anywhere else.
Yeah, this once-in-a-lifetime event is going to draw crowds, thousands and thousands of people like we have never seen before, and they are all going to need a place to stay. So tonight, we begin by looking at hotels all across Northeast Wisconsin and how they're preparing for those large crowds.
Already we're hearing that the rooms are hard to come by. Local 5's Timothy Leteau is live from the Legacy Hotel with a closer look. Timothy?
Yeah, Michelle and Tom, finding hotels in Northeast Wisconsin the week of the draft is proving to be quite the challenge. High prices are being caused by high demand. And here at the Legacy Hotel, one of our official partners for Draft Week, they don't have any rooms available that week. And they're not alone in that either.
We did triple them. We did triple our rates, but we are fully booked. That happened like immediately, which was exciting for us. So, and we know a lot of our regulars are happy to be here too.
In less than a week, the popular Irish pub and hotel, St. Brendan's Inn, ran out of room for the NFL draft, still months away.
We have a pretty good, reasonable rate that we had it at, and so people wanted that right away. We have a great place here too, so they're always welcome to enjoy our quaint little hotel.
And at other hotels, like the Lodge Kohler, all the rooms were arranged privately before anyone could even inquire.
We never had rooms that were available to the public, so all of our rooms were spoken for already.
The bulk ordering guests picked a prime spot to stay across the street from Lambeau Field.
We're just really excited to be right next door and really in the heart of the action.
Where the rest of the attention at the Lodge Kohler will turn towards the party on the patio.
Fully turning our calendar pages and are ready to start planning some great activations here for the community. We're planning a beer garden in our south parking lot that will be open to the public.
But down I-41 from Titletown, Little Chute and the rest of the Fox Valley is preparing for the economic boom the draft will bring.
There's going to be growth on the economic on this area. Mostly the restaurant, hotels.
This is a big event for Green Bay, which is very exciting. It'll be good for all the businesses around here.
Harish Chaudhry's Country Inn and Suites has less than a 30% vacancy starting the weekend before the draft, and it won't stay that way for long.
It's gonna be booked up, and yeah, it's gonna be busy. Before the draft start might be like 20th.
Prices have multiplied at hotels across the area. Many in Green Bay are about $1,500 per night and about $1,000 per night in the Fox Valley, and they'll likely rise. Chaudhry plans on raising his rates above $800 by February.
It's going to be cheaper now, and probably the February, the first week, I guess it's going to be higher.
And back at St. Brendan's, staff will be pulling long hours to serve guests and diners in their restaurant.
Probably have to amp up the our hosting and just making sure that our customers are first and that we can take care of them and get the kitchen ready for all of the people that we're going to be feeding.
And the advice is to book now to get something at the cheapest price, though many hotels in the Green Bay area are already booked. The farther you look from Green Bay, the cheaper those hotels are supposed to be. Live in Ashwaubenon, Timothy Leteau, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Tim. Here are some numbers you probably didn't know about. Wisconsin has just over 1,300 hotel properties all across our state. The Green Bay area has about 221 of those hotels. This is according to the American Hotel and Lodging Association. And at last report, the NFL has already reserved most of the 4,800 hotel rooms across Brown County.
Hotels and other businesses are still wondering what will be the exact layout and traffic pattern for the draft campus. Now, until the Super Bowl, it seems like they're in a holding pattern. Folks at Lodge Kohler told us they're confident the NFL has a plan and will be as proactive as it can when dealing with local operations.
I think that they're being really transparent with the information that they have, and I think that they're kind of figuring things out. Green Bay is a unique venue for this this event that they're throwing, so I think that they're kind of still planning some of the details, but they've been great in getting us information when they have it.
NFL officials have also been doing regular site visits to Titletown to come up with the best plan, that is, for in-person visitors, as well as the wider audience. You know, you want those great shots for those watching on the television and tuning in on social media.
And while Northeast Wisconsin will see a majority of visitors, the entire state is preparing to host the draft.
After the break, we'll take you to Milwaukee to see how they plan to get in on the action when it's Titletown's turn.
I get a call and Ash Schwab, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, I don't know any Ash Schwab in the team. And so I'm like, oh, this is spam. I'll pick it up, whatever. And of course, it's Matt and Goody and all the guys. And like, you ready to be a Packer? My mom's on there. She's like, what's going on? She has no idea. And she's like, what's going on? And I called her, let her know, and it was middle of COVID. But me, I'm so like, I'm all in. Once something happens, I'm all in. So I moved out here 3 days later, didn't know anybody.
Ooh, the in his building, hotel rooms around Green Bay are booking up fast for the NFL draft. But Local 5 found out that locations elsewhere in the state still have openings.
Our Timothy Leteau takes us to Milwaukee for a look at what that city and their hotels are offering in an attempt to host more draft visitors.
The storied 177-year-old Pabst Brewery in Milwaukee is about to be tapped for history once again.
This is the original Pabst Brewery. So shut down in the 90s. Gorman and Company, the property management group, took over it early 2000s, and it is what you see today.
Today, it's the 90-room brew house Inn and Suites, as plans are being made amid the 5-story tall copper brew kettles to host visitors for Wisconsin's second NFL draft.
We're fielding a lot of calls and questions about shuttles to the draft, or if we're doing anything special for it, and we are seeing an uptick in interest and bookings.
The brewery was converted into the hotel 14 years ago and is now going to be organizing its largest travel endeavor the week of the draft.
We're going to be shuttling guests to and from Lambeau, and have breakfast included and lunches, and kind of create a whole experience around it, make it easy for people to book and go.
While many Green Bay hotels are multiplying their rates the week of the draft, hotels here in Milwaukee say that they'll be keeping theirs the same or close to it in an effort to have more visitors stay down here.
We're going to make sure that we stay competitive and match the market. We're not going to try to take too much advantage of a situation just because the people are coming in. We really want people to have a good time.
Local leaders know that Milwaukee has an economic opportunity in the draft, despite it taking place more than an hour and a half north of the state's largest city.
There's a finite number of hotel rooms that are available in Green Bay and the surrounding area. So we know that being a major destination that people will fly in and out of our airport at Mitchell, that we'll see some of that overflow here in Milwaukee.
So the tourism organization, Visit Milwaukee, has plans on tap to keep draft goers in the Brew City.
We are working to create some excitement that can happen here around the times that the draft isn't on, to hopefully capture some of those guests who want to experience Milwaukee while they're here.
The plans will incentivize sports fans to stay in Milwaukee the week of the draft for an up-close and personal experience with popular athletes.
We're working with some sports stars as well as a sports management agency, LAMI, to work on what we can do to bring some of that excitement to Milwaukee as well. We're going to announce that coming soon, I think in the next week or two, of what the exact plans are.
Should the events prove successful, millions of dollars are projected to be raked in by Milwaukee businesses.
We should see anywhere from $5 to $10 million in economic impact here in the city of Milwaukee.
$94 million has been estimated for the statewide economic impact. Depending on how popular Brewhouse Inn and Suites draft shuttle is, capacity may be increased.
We're renting something that takes around 30 people up and back, but depending on if it's popular, we can add more or a larger size.
But the once beer and now history-filled building only has so much room in its nearly 2-century-old foundation, so Copland says not to wait another minute.
I'd anticipate our occupancy filling up and us being at 100% towards the end of February. We should be all booked up. So definitely something people are going to want to get on.
In Milwaukee, Timothy Leteau, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Tim. And for locals and those traveling for the draft, Visit Milwaukee is advising that you visit their website as well as Discover Green Bay's website to get the most out of your trip.
And still ahead tonight, are you on the fence about renting out your home during the draft? We'll hear from an expert next.
All right, so it has been established. Hundreds of thousands of football fans are expected to arrive in Titletown for late April for the draft.
Still, some homeowners hope those fans will choose accommodations off the beaten path to enjoy other aspects of Wisconsin life. Here's Local 5's Timothy Leteau.
Home for the Hookstead family
So this is our home.
has one requirement:
This is my favorite room here
to be on the water.
because you get to see Lake Michigan right here. So I call it our Lake Michigan room.
They've had their cottage on the lake in Jacksonport for a year and a half, and after vacationing in the town of just under 900 for more than 2 decades, there was no other option.
We were looking throughout the state, and one of our daughters said, "Why are you looking anywhere other than Door County? Because this is our absolute favorite place to vacation and spend time together."
It didn't take long for the Hooksteads to begin renting the house out during the weeks of summer they weren't there, and now they're opening it a few weeks early for a family to rent during the NFL draft.
April is kind of a time where it's a little bit slower here with regards to Airbnb, so we opened that 4 days with the draft.
Just over an hour's drive from Lambeau, Rita says that the price is much more affordable than other rentals in the Green Bay area the week of the draft.
It really didn't change it too much from what we currently do during the summer. So we have a 4-night minimum starting with Wednesday night before the draft through Sunday, and it's $800 a night.
The cottage holds decades of Jacksonport history. Built in 1915, it also served as a vacation resort for more than 70 years.
Those 4 houses behind us used to be the cottages to this resort. This house is where the main owners lived with their children.
After a few upgrades and renovations, the experience has improved.
We purchased a home based on what we always want when we travel Airbnb. So we wanted a laundry room for our guests, a grill. We have a four-burner flat top grill.
But one feature has never changed.
I'm sure, this is your big pitch of what, sets your house separately, or what sets your house apart from others, right?
Oh yes, you can't beat this, especially with families. Yeah, it's really neat. I can't get my grandkids out of the water.
For those considering renting out their own houses for the draft, Rita says the process isn't a difficult one.
It's really not. We do get inspected by the state. So that's the first step. So you've got to get a license from the state, and then we would get a license from Door County.
After fulfilling all the government requirements, Rita is ready to check all the boxes for her guests.
Meeting their needs and seeing what they like and what they're expecting when they come up, so that if it's something special, we have something waiting for them. So it's really the experience, and I am absolutely having a great time.
It's pure enjoyment for Rita, bringing waves of happiness to those welcomed into her home on the lake. In Jacksonport, Timothy Leteau, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, so there's the cottage you just saw. Airbnbs, or short-term rental homes, have exploded in popularity over the past few years.
And they really will be a must if we expect to accommodate all of the visitors who are looking for a place to stay.
And to talk about how you can rent out your home for the draft, we're joined by Adam Banke with Brown County Public Health. Adam, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you for having me. What an exciting time, right?
No, I know, but let's get down to business, though,
okay.
Because you do have to plan. Top priority if I want to consider renting out my property.
If you want to consider renting on your property, well, the number one thing I would tell anyone right now is it's time to make a decision, because 85 days, we're under 3 months to go, and the process will take a couple weeks from start to finish if you actually decide to do it. So that would be number one. If you're on the fence, it's time to educate yourself and either decide to go in, go out. It's the fourth quarter, and you need to get off the sidelines.
Yeah.
If you want to rent out for the draft.
Tell me about this term that's being thrown around now: tour rooming houses.
Yeah.
What is that?
So that's the official term that we would use and the government would use for a short-term rental. It's called a tourist rooming house, or a TRH. And I'll probably be using both terms interchangeably. There's really no difference. It's a short-term rental.
All right, you mentioned the short time frame now. We are really on the clock. I know that people are probably thinking, am I going to get stuck in some online portal or buried in paperwork? Could you give us a few specifics on the process?
I absolutely could give you some specifics. In fact, I've developed 6 steps to renting out your home.
Fabulous.
And some are a little more involved than the others, but we'll start with number 1 is you should review the state level guidelines. So there's code that applies to tourist rooming houses. It's called ATCP 72. I provided a link for you guys to provide to the viewers, and it's just getting familiarized with some of the terminology from the state level about tourist rooming homes. Now, step 2 would be to actually apply for a license with Brown County Public Health. That's where we come in. That's where the process starts, where from beginning to end would probably take a couple weeks. It's a pretty simple application process. It comes with a checklist to check your home, the various parts of your home, basic things like, do you have hot and cold running water?
Oh boy.
Do you have a functioning bathroom? Sanitary conditions in the kitchen, things like that. So go through the checklist, then you can apply and pay the application fee, and that's when environmental health technician will get in touch with you, schedule a time to come out to review your property, probably a half an hour, less than an hour, and that's when they can release your license. And the important thing to know is if you live in Brown County, you need a license from Brown County Public Health to have a short-term rental. The only 2 exceptions would be the City of De Pere or the United Nation. They do their own thing. Anywhere else in the county, it's up to us.
Okay, what happens if a property is not correctly registered as a rental?
Well, we would tell you to don't rent it out and take some remediation efforts. And if you still try to circumvent the process, you could face some serious fines or a citation, somewhere between $500 to $2,500.
Oh,
so it's really just not worth it.
All right, there's your warning.
Yes.
Adam Banke, thanks so much. Brown County Health, thank you for being with us.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
And we'll see you at the draft.
Absolutely.
And straight ahead, we've got even more options for you. How about camping out during the draft? But is there space still available? We'll tell you. And as we go to break, your medical huddle from Bellin Health. Well, how about this? Camping when it's Titletown's turn to host the NFL Draft. Brown County campgrounds are opening earlier than usual. The nightly fee is $100. That's so the extra operating costs are not passed down to the taxpayer.
We know that we'll have some unexpected costs in opening up the campgrounds a bit earlier than we typically would. So we want to make sure that we are budget neutral through the process and make sure that any unexpected events that we have, that we're covered for those.
Local 5 scoured prices at campsites within a 45-minute drive of Titletown and found that Calumet County's High Cliff State Park seems to have the lowest at $25 a night. So why would camping be a better option than staying at a hotel or renting a house?
Local 5's Timothy Leteau got some insight from those who operate campgrounds and RV rentals.
At the center of the small, unincorporated town of Morrison, Paul's Trailer and RV Center is easy to find.
We've put some ads out to see what kind of response we would get. And I've looked into planning, things to where to put them and rent.
The dealership has been there for 27 years, but owner Paul Quinnett isn't sure how he'll navigate the NFL Draft.
I'm just not sure to what level it's going to increase. I guess this is a little bit of uncharted territory.
8 people have called Paul since he began advertising for the draft several weeks ago. Nothing is confirmed yet besides the cost.
Pretty much all over the country for call and inquire.
At $150 per person per night, Paul says that his campers are more affordable and more available than hotel rooms.
Hotel rooms and stuff, they're not really, from what I have investigated into, not even available around anywhere.
While many area hotels are multiplying their rates, Paul says his rate covers the $100 nightly fee to camp at Bayshore and other expenses, and he's prepared if those estimated 60 remaining sites at Bayshore are filled up.
We do have other options, but we've not nothing confirmed with demos at this point.
It's really not seen, hasn't been seen in any other draft city. So that is extremely unique, and that's why we're opening our campgrounds.
But Wisconsin's unpredictable weather has Brown County Parks Director Matt Creasy wondering what that last week in April will really be like.
When we're really going to start looking at the weather would be early April and see what that forecast looks like closer to the draft, and that's when we may have to adjust our processes.
The most pressing concern for campgrounds is whether or not the ground will be frozen come late April. If it is, campers will have to go dry camping without water.
If we turn them on too soon, that'll cause havoc in our water lines, and then they'll break and just be very expensive to repair.
Regardless of camping with or without water, Fawn Lake Campground and RV park owners Samantha and Joe Zarowski are hoping that people take advantage of the opportunity.
And it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience if you think about it. So I mean, when's the draft going to come back to Green Bay? Probably not in my lifetime.
The majority of Fawn Lake sites are available, but only 60 spots remain for RVs in all of Brown County parks, and about a dozen at High Cliff State Park in Calumet County.
We did not guarantee water at any of our sites, so everybody who's rented understands that they may not have water at the sites. We will have our restrooms and things open.
In just a matter of months, campers are set to pile into campsites, whether they're served water or winter. In Westcott, Timothy Lateau, Local 5 News.
And with the bulk of the NFL's plans for the draft still under wraps, new information for when it's Titletown's turn will be coming in fast and furious in the weeks ahead.
And as Local 5 confirms new information, we will share it with you, as well as do our own digging with community leaders, asking them, leaders and business owners.
Be sure to tune in to next week's show as we delve deeper into transportation, what it'll look like during the draft.
Until then, good night, Titletown.